Personal data protection. Strictly secure your personal data. When conducting academic research, researchers usually need to collect information from their research participants. For example, observation of organisms or interviewing and observing research participants. However, if it regards the collection, processing, and use of a natural person's information, it falls under the jurisdiction of the Personal Data Protection Act. Do you understand the rules of the PDPA? Firstly, we must understand the individuals and rules that the PDPA covers. The PDPA includes the collection, processing, and use of all personal information and is not limited to data that can only be processed by computers. Collection refers to any method of acquiring personal data. Processing refers to the act of recording, inputting, storing, compiling, editing, correcting, duplicating, retrieving, deleting, outputting, connecting, or internally transferring data for the purpose of establishing or using a personal data file. Use refers to the act of using personal data for any purposes other than processing. The PDPA extends to all governmental and non-governmental agencies collecting, processing, and using personal data. A governmental agency refers to a central or local governmental agency or administrative entity authorized to exercise public authority. A non-governmental agency refers to natural or legal persons or groups other than an agency. Then what is the personal data that the PDPA protects? Personal data refers to any information that may be used to directly or indirectly identify a person. For example, a natural person's name, date of birth, ID card number, passport number, or contact information all are under the protection of the PDPA. When collecting, processing, or using a person's data, we must respect their rights by using honest and credible methods of collection and being transparent about the purpose and methods of collection. The collected data must also have a legitimate and reasonable connection to the purpose, and there should be no concealing of true intentions. One can ask for personal data verbally, on a written form, over the telephone, through email, or more. Any method is fine as long as the individual is clearly informed. However, some data is particularly sensitive. As a general rule, collection, processing, and use is prohibited. However, there are some special circumstances where it is allowed. This such information is then called special information or sensitive information. Sensitive information includes medical records, healthcare data, genetic data, data concerning a person's sex life, records of physical examination, criminal records, and more. For example, if a professor wants to understand citizens' views towards genetic association and acquires patients' medical information through improper channels, even if it is the starting point of important academic research, is in violation of the PDPA. The PDPA establishes a set of stringent rules. In order to protect personal information from being collected, processed, and used lawfully and reasonably, in order to being punished when in violation of the rules, it may also affect others' trust in research and ruin one's academic reputation. As a result, we must carefully process and protect all personal data.